Oh, you're here. Good. I was hoping for company. You see, I've got stories, dark ones, chilling ones, the kind that keep you up at night. Mythical creatures, curses, horrors you can't escape. Shall we begin? Don't worry, I won't bite. Much.
I grew up in a small coastal village called Nunki. It was a damp, quiet fishing village where people lived off the sea, catching fish, crabs, and sea snails. At the entrance of the village, there was an old well known as the Ebbing Eye, a so-called Seaside passed down for generations. Its water was always cold and sweet, except for one strange custom. Every year, during the 7th month of the lunar calendar, the well had to be sealed for 7 days. No one was allowed to touch it. The villagers said this was when the sea spirits came back. They called it the returning tide, a time when the dead, especially those lost at sea and never recovered, would use the well to take one last look at the world of the living. People here, having lived by the ocean for generations, deeply feared and respected it. We prayed to Mazu before heading out, followed strict rituals, but every year, someone still vanished into the waves. Nearly every family in the village had lost someone to the sea, and from countless past experiences, they believed the dead often tried to come home. That well, to them, was the gateway between the living and the dead. As a child, I thought it was all just stories, until I turned 10. That year, my father drowned. He had been going to sea since he was a boy, and he was a strong swimmer. He could dive deep and hold his breath for what felt like forever. There was a typhoon that day. He wasn't supposed to go out, but we needed money for my school fees. He believed in his skill, thought he could handle it. He went anyway. The boat flipped. He never came back. We searched for days, but never found his body. Only his boat returned, battered and empty. They said the sea must have taken him down. We held a funeral, but the coffin was empty. After that, my mother barely spoke. She stared at the walls, all day, every day. The house went quiet. She wasn't from here. She was from a wealthy family in the city. My dad used to deliver fresh seafood to their home each week. She loved abalone, and he would dive deep to get the biggest ones just for her. She'd grown tired of the polished, pale boys in the city. She found my dad, dark-skinned, muscular, sea-worn, strangely captivating. One thing led to another, and they fell in love. Her family disapproved. She ran away with him anyway. People in the village said she was too delicate, too soft for this life, that she wouldn't last. But my dad didn't care. And in the years that followed, they really did love each other. Life was poor, but peaceful. Thinking of those days still hurts. When I grew up, I joined the others out at sea. That's our life. No matter how much it hurts, we keep moving forward. Life carried on. But this year, on the night they sealed the well, I hid and watched again, just like I used to. The wind was strong and rain lashed down. They'd plastered red talismans around the well, hung copper bells that rang nonstop through the storm. And then I saw my mother, wearing a raincoat, carrying a bucket, walk straight to the well. She knew. She knew better than anyone not to go near it. She knelt by the well, whispering something through her tears. It sounded like talking, or pleading. Then, she lowered the bucket in. I swear I saw white mist rise from the water, like something warm was breathing up from deep below. Panicked, I ran toward her. "Mom, what are you doing? You know the rules." She was stronger than I'd ever seen her. She shoved me back so hard I fell to the ground, and in that moment, I watched the mist pour into her bucket, like it had been waiting. The well fell silent. She pulled the bucket up and covered it with a cloth. She didn't say a word, just walked home. I followed, shaking. Back at the house, she locked her door and told me not to ask questions. I waited half the night, but nothing happened. Eventually, I fell asleep. That night, I dreamt of someone standing by my bed, soaking wet, hair dripping, staring at me. He looked like my dad. The next morning, I rushed to check on my mom. She was burning with fever, murmuring over and over again, "It's not him. It's not him." That's when it hit me. She wasn't just trying to see him. She was trying to bring him back. But whatever came back wasn't him. Her condition worsened fast. The village doctor said her lungs were filled with water, but they couldn't explain how. Nothing showed up on the scans. And her voice changed. It started making this gurgling, bubbling sound, like someone trying to speak underwater. The elders told me to go see the well keeper. He only said one thing. She brought something home she shouldn't have. We tried everything, called doctors from all around. Nothing helped. One night, half asleep, I heard noises from the kitchen. I crept out and saw my mom crouched on the floor, facing away from me, holding something and humming a lullaby while she cried. I asked what she was doing. Without turning around, she said, "He's back. Your dad came back." I inched closer. She was cradling. Not a man, not even a body. It was a fish, a huge one, with a human face, a face that looked like my father, but its eyes were lifeless. Its mouth kept opening and closing, like it was trying to speak. I collapsed to my knees. I couldn't move. It was the most horrifying thing I'd ever seen. My mother just sat there, gently stroking its face. "It's okay," she whispered. "Don't be afraid. You're home now." I scrambled to call the elders. They rushed in and froze at the sight. They said she'd brought back a water demon, one that feeds on the human brain. If we didn't act fast, she'd be next. Several young men pulled her away, tied the creature up with ropes, locked it in a cage. They said we'd have to wait for dawn to bring in a Taoist priest from the next village. My mom wept and thrashed all night. Only after the village women gave her some sleep medicine did she finally quiet down. But by morning, the creature was gone. Just gone, as if it had never been there. My mother stopped talking. Every day she sat outside with a basin of water, waiting. She grew thinner, paler. Her eyes lost focus. Her skin began to smell like something from the sea, unwashed and rotting. I stopped going out. I stayed by her side, but something felt wrong. And then one day, without a word, she jumped into the well. The villagers said it had called her back, but I knew. She went to find the fish. Maybe she truly believed it was my father, or maybe she knew it wasn't, and still chose to go. No one ever used that well again. Years later, the village was demolished. The people relocated. The well was sealed in concrete. But sometimes, in dreams, I still see her, sitting in the water, holding that fish, smiling through her tears.